Hi, everybody. Karen. Lily's taking a nap. Uh, I thought about this today in the continuation of talking about living and traveling with a dog of, let's say, 40 pounds or more, because that is my experience. I'm sitting on the floor of my van, by the way. The first shot you saw is where my solar panels are right now in this public park I'm at. Anyway, more on that as I soaked Lily's paw earlier from her owie. I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina. It is a city I came to 2 years ago, and I was only here for a couple days to see my uncle. I was in my pickup truck cap then, and I had driven here from Alaska via Minnesota to work at the beet harvest, sugar beet harvest. And then I came in, and that was 2022. So that was a couple years ago. And Lily was with me then, and each place we went, we only stayed maybe 24 hours, and then we were on the road and we were gone. We were just booming through the cities, right? Trying to get, ultimate goal is to get to Jacksonville, Florida. I don't do that now. Here I am 2 years later. It's still Saturday afternoon, the day of Dollar General haul, and uh, I take my time. I think I'm going to stay in Wilmington until Wednesday. Although my dad called me last night and he's having an unscheduled uh, surgical procedure. Well, he's 88 and he's got gray matter on his lungs. So anyway, I'm going to wait and see how that pans out. He does surgery Monday morning. So if I have to go back to Florida, it's 6 hours from where I'm at. And it took me basically 3 days to do that 6 hours because I'm just not in any hurry. But one of the things that, I find that I didn't pay attention to my very first year, I'm starting my fourth year. I'm in the van and fourth year on the road. Just had my third anniversary. Is the way you've got to think about heat with your pets. And a lot of people know this. I see the questions come up constantly on Facebook. How do you keep your dogs cool? How do you do this? Well, you go to the store very early or you go to the store very late. If you're in a dark van like I am, or any kind of vehicle, really, you need to seek shade. That is vital. If you're going to go later in the morning, you need to be parked where it's cool and leave your windows down to a degree and not be gone very long, right? You're not going to slip into the mall and spend 2 hours shopping or IKEA for 3 hours, or you're going to be going in and you're going to be going out. That, again, creates a level of stress. Now, there's a pet monitor called Waggle that you can, get to watch the temperature in your van and keep an eye on things when your pet's inside. I don't have a Waggle monitor. I just don't take a chance. My original home, I came out of Tucson, Arizona, so I'm very heat aware. If it's 70 degrees out and you're parked in the sun, it can easily get to 120 in your vehicle, and in minutes, really. So one of the levels of the stress level increases when you travel with a pet significantly. Not only do you think about injury, and if you need a vet, where are you going to get a vet? You're Googling vets. You're going to go to an unknown vet. You don't know what they're going to charge. You don't even know if you'll be able to get into a vet. And if you look for a hospital, like urgent care version for pets, you need to have a good emergency fund or a backup credit card. So where I can see burnout happening a lot of times, people burn out for various reasons. I saw a YouTuber the other day, and I had to not make comments on her channel because she was unpacking that she went ahead and got an apartment and all that. She'd only been on the road 4 months. Well, She got a lot of money from people that watched her videos and was able to get her. It just, I understand the stress of seeking the weather, right? I mean, I circle this country, so I understand that. And then I've got the added stress of taking care of my dog, which is my responsibility at all times. So I seek out dog parks, still trying to find a balance. I talked about that before, but I can tell you that the stress level significantly, significantly increases when you're traveling full time with a pet. I don't have sticks and bricks. I don't have storage. I don't have a mama and a daddy to go to when I go to my daddy's in a care facility. There's nowhere for me to stay. And on the East Coast, you know, my uncle is here, but slept at Cracker Barrel. I don't stay at their homes. A lot of times Lily, you know what, a lot of times Lily's not welcome. I mean, there are a lot of people who don't like dogs. They don't want dogs walking on their floors. They don't want dog hair in their house. They just don't like dogs. And that would be probably half my family. So, you know, I have to urban dwell, and that just creates a lot of added stress. And so I can see where burnout happens when you're dealing with a pet, because your whole day and night, 24/7, revolves around that pet, as it should be. They didn't ask to live the lifestyle you're choosing, so they definitely don't need to be in any kind of harsh, punishable, psychologically demanding, overstimulating environment. Now, Lily is a good road dog. We wherever we go, she doesn't incessantly bark. She doesn't, because she's been on the road her whole life. I when I was at the KOA, the people next door, these dogs came out of their house, their couch dogs, their backyard dogs. They barked for. I never complained to anybody about animals, but I went to the office because these dogs woke me up. The dogs were right next to them in a pen, and they wouldn't. They were small dogs. They wouldn't be quiet. They wouldn't be. They put them in their little carriage and drive them around like kids, and they were quiet for a little while, and then they'd put them in their playpen, and then they'd start yapping again. It was very, very. It was not peaceful for me at all. And traveling with those type of dogs that are not used to this lifestyle, so they're already under a lot of stress, is very difficult for them. And then if you add age, you have a dog that's, let's say you start van life, or you're forced into your car and your dog is 10 years old. I can't imagine. I really, if there's not enough room for them, being with you is their whole job, right? Being with you is their whole life and their whole job. Everything about their world is only you. But it's important that we don't stress them out either. So everything needs to take them into consideration, and be cognizant of that. And I say that because I felt a little burnout this morning when I was leaving the Cracker Barrel. I needed to go to Dollar General, and Lily hadn't gone to the bathroom yet, and her paw's bothering her, so she's, you know, kind of dragging her feet a little bit, and yeah, it's like having a 2 to 3 year old. You need to go to the potty. You need to, come on, go potty, go potty. All right, we'll move to another place. Baby, you'll go potty. They'll go potty in their own. They'll go potty in their own damn time. Might not be on your time. You might want them to go potty now, so you don't have to worry about it when you're in the middle of a. And I've had that happen in the middle of the freeway. I can't get off the freeway, and Lily's letting me know I got to go to the bathroom right now, this second. Let me out. One time, I was at a Walmart. We were parked in the shade. I was in the Walmart. I was in Missoula, Montana, and I came back in the van, and I was gone probably an hour. And I could smell dog poop, and I'm thinking, where the, there's not a lot of space here. Bless that dog's heart. She got out of her seat, went through the main cabin, found her way. Back then, my garage wasn't as full as it is right now. She got back there and went poop in the back of the van, at the time on the floor, because I hadn't built the floor yet, in the garage. That's smart. She didn't use the carpet. She didn't use the seat. She's a smart dog. Very, very smart. I mean, she watches everything I do and follows my lead. And I know she sat there going, I got to go poop, and I got to go poop right now, and I'm not doing it on the carpet. Okay, how do I get into the garage? How can I poop where it's not going to make a mess? Smart dog. Not all dogs are like that. And I know in my heart that she suffered significant stress needing to go to the bathroom, and I wasn't there. And I'll tell you, I have pulled off the freeway at Mach 1 into anywhere I could find, sometimes not the best neighborhoods, because she's letting me know, I got to go right now. We got to stop the van. And then you're out the door and you're taking care of your dog. This is the reality of animals on the road with you. Now, mind you, a cat would be easier if you have a cat box, right? But I don't think I want a cat walking around in a cat box than walking around on my counters, and just, I don't know, that whole thing kind of bothers me. But, each to his own. I love cats. Lily loves cats. The only thing she doesn't love is a squirrel. That's how she ripped her. I know it's how she ripped her nail. I think she was almost climbing a tree, and on these scrub oaks, they're rough. I think she tucked that nail, and when she pulled off that tree, she just took the nail with her. So anyway, I'm just having more thoughts about that because I was feeling burnout this morning. I was feeling an exceptional amount of stress, realizing it's going to be hot, and I need to find, I need to make sure that we're both comfortable. And because she's not feeling 100%, that she is comfortable. I mean, she's my world too. She takes care of me. She's my companion. She's really my everything. I have kids, but my kids are in Arizona. They're not here. My grandkids are in Arizona. So right now, she is my responsibility. She is my child. She gives me so much love and so much caring and so much attention, and would never allow anything to happen to me that, I owe her the best that I can possibly give her. Although we don't have a lot of money, it's not money that matters. Really, it's not. It's not the money that matters. It's what you have in your heart and what you can share with your dog. And that's all they care about. That's really all they don't know anything else but love. That's all they know. That's all they know. So I hope you got something out of this video. If you're going to travel with a dog, think about these things very seriously, because it can cause burnout. When you're trying to find the balance constantly every day, you can also feel the burnout of having to do that every day, day in and day out. And every time you enter a new city, like I do, you have to find that balance all over again. So your first couple of days, you're so discombobulated. You're learning the parks. You're learning the rules. You're learning the regulations. What can I do? What can I not do? Where can I go? Where can I not go? Your first couple of days are doing that. And then you start to mellow out and relax a little bit. And so does your dog, because your dog feeds off you. So there you go. I digress and added more, but I hope you got something out of the video. I hope I gave you some food for thought, things that are really, really important. And I hope you come back and see me again. I hope you subscribe so you know when I post something. And I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you listening to what I have to say. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day.